I interviewed Lori Branch, president of the Iroquois Group, which is an insurance company. Her father graduated from Dartmouth, and her mother was a member of one of the first co-ed classes at St. Bonaventure University. Her father started the company 40 years ago with 5 insurance companies banding together to be more competitive in the marketplace.
She followed in her father's footsteps and graduated from Dartmouth, then went to work for Procter & Gamble. She worked her way up to brand manager before her family called and persuaded her to return to the family business. She took a 50% salary cut, but gained a third of the company.
The Iroquois Group belongs to professional insurance associations so that partners can attend events and conventions to keep the company current. Lori says the company's values are identical to hers. Their number one is empathy, closely followed by always doing the right thing, no matter what it cost.
Her father was one of her biggest mentors. In a time when women were secretaries, nurses, or teachers, her father believed that she could be a successful manager in a male-dominated insurance field. He taught her the value of promptness, passion, optimism, and surrounding yourself with intelligent people.
Although not exactly mentors, she said past terrible bosses have influenced her managing style. Learning what type of manager you don't want to be is just as important as learning what type of manager you do want to be.
In 1985, her family called and convinced her to return to the family business as a marketer. After settling into the company, she realized that marketing was under control, but the company had no accounting system in place. There was no way to tell what monthly expenses were or how much they were worth at any given time. She set out to fix that and found disaster looming. They were $5 million in debt, in 1985 money. In today's economy, that would be a little over $11 million. Lori realized her company could not last with a $90,000 a month deficit.
For 7 years, she held a tight rein on spending, and in 1992, they were free of their mountain of debt. As promised, she and her top people celebrated with a dinner in the Eiffel Tower in Paris. 1992 marked a transition period from buying insurance agencies to affiliating with insurancies, which is a much less costly process.
Her management style is strength-based. If you're terrible at numbers but great at advertising, then advertise. If you're terrible at marketing but great at numbers, then be an accountant. She doesn't want to fill in a person's weaknesses, but instead helps them build up their strengths. The Iroquois Group has a very low turnover. Lori says people stay because she promotes a result-oriented, laid-back culture. If you think your way is better, then do it, but you'd best be right. She also realizes that people make mistakes and will help her employees fix and move past it. But learning from and owning your mistake is a must.
Lori knows people work best when they play to their strengths, including herself. She sees potential in everyone, so she delegates her hiring to her partners. They hire interns from St. Bonaventure University during the school year and local college kids during the summer months. Some end up enjoying their time at the company so much that they stay after graduation.
Her employees know that she is a smart lady, often thinking faster than they. Her favorite comment she has had an employee say to her is, "Lori, we all know you're smart, and we all know you've come to this conclusion when you say no. But when you say no, it would be really nice for the rest of us if you'd say why." She keeps that phrase framed on her desk.
Lori said she sees insurance moving towards a mix of digital and in-person transactions. Nearly all of her affiliates have a mobile app, but insurance is a tricky thing, and you just can't replace a conversation with an agent that you know and trust. Even with a raise in IA technology, a personal relationship with an agent can't be replaced.
At the Iroquois Group, they don't have a strategic plan because, as Lori puts it, strategic plans get written, then set on a shelf and forgotten. Instead, she focuses on strategic thinking. How can they be more efficient, more up-to-date, and serve their affiliates better? It is constant planning, which requires them to be nimble and quick to respond. Being a quick-to-respond company means that when plans aren't working, they're able to regroup and analyze what went wrong rather than beat a dead horse. If there is new information or technology available, they can try again with a new direction. But if an idea is just bad, then it can be dropped and the company won't waste assets trying to make it work. At this point in her life, Lori has what she calls a work-life fusion rather than a work-life balance. She no longer has to physically be in her office to review and sign agreements and contracts. She can be traveling for leisure, and if something requires her assistance, she can make the call.
Working during off hours is her prerogative, and she makes it clear to new employees that just because she sends an email at 10:30 at night, she doesn't expect a response. And if she does, it will be made abundantly clear in the email.
However, she gives herself permission to stop working and spend time with the family. She can answer a text from the grandkids at her desk, just as she can sign a contract at a ski lodge. The $1 Million Company has strict requirements when an outside insurance agency wants to affiliate with them. New affiliates must be an established company that has $2 million in volume, handles personal and corporate insurance, and brings something to the table, whether it deals with specialty cases or a specific area of the population.
With a growing company that has contracts with many affiliates, one of the biggest challenges that the Iroquois group faces is keeping their core values. With offices all over the country, they need to empower people to making their own decisions, but they also need to guide them to making the right decisions.
Aside from working her way out from under that giant mountain of debt when she first started, Lori considers her biggest success to be her employees. Watching them grow into business people who are satisfied and fulfilled at her company brings her great joy.
Lori's advice to young women graduating from the MBA program is simply put, but not so simply followed. Believe in yourself. You can have it all. Do something you love and that you're good at. Your career is not a set path, but a continuum. Sometimes you'll be the #1 employee, and sometimes you won't. But as long as you learn from your mistakes, you'll be moving forward.